Hi everyone, today I'm playing devil's advocate, and after a week of seeing the Bitcoin fall by over 25%, I'm asking the question, is Bitcoin finally finished? Here's 8 reasons. Firstly, the only thing that the Bitcoin has been used for over the last decade is speculation and criminal activity. Those of you who do remember the fall of the dot-coms around 2000, we had this boom that was based on speculation, people paying more because the last person had paid more. And then one day investors began to think, why are we in a bidding war for something that has no intrinsic value? And the minute the speculation ended, the prices collapsed and never really recovered. And it's also been used mainly for criminal activity. Criminals circumventing the banking system to move money around, whether they are transferring it from one country to another, using it for criminal activity, to buy things on the dark web, whatever that may be. Because after all, why would any honest person want to risk their money going through a risky network when they can just simply transfer it with their bank in minutes? Secondly, transactions take ages and they're expensive. The whole point of a cryptocurrency was to have an electronic or digital currency that can be transferred quickly, efficiently and safely. Neither of those are the case. There's often cases where you need to transfer your money into fiat currency first. There are so many security hoops because the risks are so great, and it takes time. And once again, you can transfer money faster and more efficiently and more safely through a bank. So why would you risk doing it through Bitcoin? Thirdly, the amount of energy that Bitcoin uses to run is not just obscene, it is literally beyond belief. The collective use of energy by thousands, hundreds of thousands of computers around the world mining and running the system adds up to the energy used by a small to medium-sized country. And in a climate where, no pun intended, where governments are looking for ways to cut down energy, there is always the potential risk that Bitcoin will be slapped with some form of green tax for the amount of energy that it uses, because the network involved to run this currency is literally ridiculous. So ridiculous that we must ask, is it viable ongoing? Thirdly, it's not secure. The infrastructure is not secure enough. Bitcoin has been hacked many times over the last few years, not just individuals but institutions. That is not a place where people would be comfortable to have large sums of money, or a platform where they would be comfortable to have large sums of money. Number 5, it's too volatile to be used as a currency. Look how much it fluctuates. It seems to fluctuate more than the currency of some quasi-state. There's no way that it could be used as a currency where, in comparative terms, a loaf of bread costs £1 today, costs £5 tomorrow and £3 the day after. That is just not viable. Once again, that goes back to the speculation, because that is why it is so increasingly volatile, because it is not a secure and established currency. Number 6, it is too risky for large store of wealth. Although there have been isolated cases of people depositing money, Elon Musk being one of them, for the main part it is not the place where people would keep large sums of wealth. It would not compare to any of the respected currencies, even in the third world, let alone currencies like the pound sterling or indeed the Swiss franc. So I can't see the reality of wealthy people ploughing their money into the Bitcoin. Number 7, will the banks roll over and allow Bitcoin to continue? Bitcoin is a big threat to the banking system, which is already struggling on the money markets. And for Bitcoin to succeed, the banks need to play ball, and the banks do pull the strings with governments, as well as through the legal circles. Only recently, somebody tried to purchase a house by transferring the money with Bitcoin, and his solicitor refused to proceed with the sale. This is the obstacle that is preventing Bitcoin not from making the leap to being an established currency. Who knows if or when it would ever achieve that, but to even be some form of viable currency, albeit as a backdoor currency. And last but not least, something that nobody seems to mention anywhere on social media is anti-money laundering. There are such strict anti-money laundering, certainly throughout Europe and the Western world, to prevent illegal funds being transferred, to protect the innocent, to protect the tax status of the government, to ensure that all money is legal and tax paid, and so on and so forth. You can't even buy a home with money that's in your bank if you cannot prove where that money came from. And yet Bitcoin is facilitating people to transfer large sums of money, circumventing the banking system and anti-money laundering laws from one country to another. And it is only a matter of time before anti-money laundering laws actually prohibit the use of cryptocurrency. And in fact, the way the law is in this country, to the letter of the law, the government could at any time seize all assets held in Bitcoin pending tangible proof as to where those funds came from. So there are 8 reasons why Bitcoin is doomed. As I said, I'm just playing devil's advocate. I don't know what will happen from one day to the next. Only a fool would bet where cryptocurrency will go tomorrow, because it has proved us wrong time and time again. For the moment, it's a lovely platform to dabble in and speculate. Where it goes in the future, I'll never know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please feel free to comment, agree, disagree. It's fine, it's just a discussion. I'm only playing devil's advocate. And if you have any questions about cryptocurrency or anything else I discuss on my channel, as always, feel free to contact me directly, and I'll see you in the next video.